Spring is probably my favorite time of the year for men's fashion and menswear because it is the one season where you are able to start incorporating lighter weight fabrics such as linens, such as silks, even bamboos, nylons, to achieve a really nice drapey look while still being able to layer them or pair them with garments that otherwise wouldn't work in the summertime. And the reason is because not only is it getting warm enough to start wearing these garments, but your body is also climatized to colder weather, so you don't necessarily need to dress as warm, but you're still given that flexibility to be able to throw in a couple of different layers to just drive some visual interest in your outfits. And as we all know it, springtime in 2025 is on its way. It's already starting to hit 45, 50 degrees in New York consistently, which means it's time to not only start taking advantage of a bunch of the spring men's fashion sales that are going on right now from some of the most popular retailers. And for those of you who need a little bit of a refresh, or for those of you who are just starting the style journey, it's time for you to start thinking about the foundations of what you need in your wardrobe. I do a menswear and men's fashion essentials video literally every season, and it's one of my favorites because I feel like it definitely showcases the progress and evolution of men's fashion, but it also showcases the constants. And I'm so excited to bring this to you guys, especially this week, because this week we actually dropped 2 videos in celebration. And with that being said, let's get right into my menswear essentials for spring 2025. Today we're going to start off with a subcategory of fashion that I think is super important in the spring, especially in places like New York, because during the spring it really tends to rain a lot, which is why number 1 on this list is going to be rain gear. And I'm talking rain pants, raincoats, and I myself have quite a rotation of these because it rains a lot in New York City, and with that, that means I pretty much walk everywhere in the city. And the rain gear just works so well. It's water repellent, it's lightweight, most of the time it's wind stopping, and for the most part, usually they're pretty easy care. Some of my favorite brands for rain gear are 18 East, who have these gorgeous utility pants as well as jackets that are super functional, that are hand cut and sewn in India, and are of the highest quality of standard available. They're also very reasonably priced for luxury, and they just look so cool. I love that brand, and I myself have quite a few garments from 18 East. You've also got brands like SK Manor that also create water repellent garments, actually in New York City, believe it or not. One of the few brands that I know that actually manufacture in the US, let alone New York City itself. And I have this really nice pair of rain pants from them that are very simple. It's a little bit like a jogger style with a drawstring at the waistband, as well as a singed hem that you could unzip. And this is just a really easily wearable pant. You could also go thrifting for raincoats if your style leans a little bit more tailored. I mean, I think everybody should have a nice, slightly oversized raincoat, because for the most part, pretty much everybody needs a long raincoat just to combat the wind and combat the elements. Next up, I'm gonna recommend that everybody gets at least one spring summer blazer or sport coat. And the reason is because this is a garment that is going to elevate pretty much any kind of outfit that you put with it, whether it leans more streetwear, whether it leans more casual, whether it leans more tailored, whether you need to wear something to the office. And the thing with spring summer blazers is that, to me, tailoring is at its peak during the warmer seasons, because you're able to incorporate not just standard everyday merino woolen blazers or tropical wool blazers, but also sport coats and blazers that have a little bit of like a fabric blend. So you got your wools, linens, silks, mohairs, cottons, even bamboo. I mean, there's a lot of different fibers, a lot of different fabrics that you could have fun with in the spring summer that you otherwise wouldn't see in fall winter blazers. I mean, sure, you could argue the fact that you could wear cashmeres and tweeds in the winter time, but you just don't get the same relaxed feel, the same Gatsby-ish kind of vibe that you would get from an otherwise spring or summer blazer. And there are a lot of different places that you could get these. I mean, if you can swing it, I would definitely try and get one custom made for you, or even made to measure. But if you're just restarting your wardrobe and you don't yet want to take that step or that financial leap, you can definitely go to the thrift store or even eBay and find beautiful spring summer linen blazers, seersuckers, silks. I mean, you could find so much going to the right thrift store or just searching on eBay and finding your size. These things are usually super cheap and usually have a really nice old world feel, which is something that I absolutely love. So yeah, I wholeheartedly recommend a spring or summer blazer, because when it comes to blazers and menswear and men's fashion, it's just a no-brainer. Next up is a little bit of a curveball, but it is something that is super important, especially in the spring, due to, like I said, the rain, the elements, the wind. One of the most important things in spring summer to me is finding the right bag bag for you. And the reason is because there are a lot of bad bags out there, and there are a lot of brands that are going to try and oversell you a super expensive bag for no reason, and oftentimes they break very quickly. They're just not as good, or they're overcharging you because of the name brand. The thing with me is I look for a bag that's easy care, that has a lot of pockets, and something that's relatively cost effective for what you're getting. And recently I ended up getting myself this pleated messenger bag that can be used not only as a crossbody, but it can also be used as a handheld bag. And for those who don't know, pleated is a brand that I've been crazy about. They just manufacture some of the best clothes as well as accessories in France, using some of the best fabrics and fibers in the world. And this one is actually made from a super durable hard-wearing canvas, as well as leather trimming and metal hardware. This bag has a ton of pockets. It's perfect for my laptop, and I have a pretty big laptop that I edit on. I carry a ton of cords with me. I carry some hard drives. I carry camera equipment. I carry so much. And this pleated bag just has it all. It's something that I almost never leave the house without. And because of the nature of the canvas, it is pretty easy to spot clean. I also recently picked up this 18 East reversible faux mohair bag that not only has a kind of pile side for a little bit more of like a fashion forward elegance when you're carrying your everyday essentials, but it is also reversible to a water repellent nylon side, which means that when you turn it inside out, you expose that water repellent side, which is perfect for the weather. And when you reverse it and expose the pile side, that nylon is going to be a very strong fabric to ensure that the inside of the bag doesn't get ruined. This is another example of why 18 East is one of my favorite brands, because they manufacture garments like this that have beautiful fabrics, expert construction, and a nice modern fashion forward look. The next essential that I want to talk about is something that I've personally been getting into, and the connotation behind what we're going to talk about is not necessarily what the general public thinks. It's more of a subcategory of heritage style workwear, more so than anything else, and that garment is the Chino pant. And what do I mean by that? Basically, in recent history, a lot of people have synonymized the Chino pant with a super tight, super stretchy 5-pocket pant that's made of like a neoprene, that's made of this really ugly polyester that just doesn't look good. And really what they're referring to is the style of pant. Essentially, it's a pair of pants styled like a pair of jeans, but it's not made from denim. It's really stupid, in my opinion, because the Chino pant itself more so refers to a workwear style pant that is very durable, very hard wearing, traditionally made from cotton canvas, that initially had a beautiful sheen to it that was worn by military personnel, and is a fabric that broke in beautifully but was super durable. And it was also a pant that was traditionally forgiving when it comes to the fit. And basically, I recently came across this wonderful pair of pants from a new medium, which is Iron Shop Provisions' new in-house brand, and they recently dropped this gorgeous pair of selvage chinos in a super wide high-rise fit, which is something that I've been crazy about on this channel recently, and y'all know that if you've been here before. And when I got these pants, I was so captivated, not just with the details and not just with the selvage, not just with the construction. I was also captivated by the fit, because the thing is, when it comes to wider leg or more gargantuan silhouettes, the garments still have to fit you to a degree. I mean, things don't look good when they're just baggy for the sake of being baggy. You need an expert pattern maker with precision who knows what they're doing to make a pair of pants like these. And these are probably the best fitting chinos, in my opinion, that I've ever worn. And not just that, but it is the best chino fabric that I know that I've ever tried. In my opinion, I like them even better than some of the real McCoy's chinos that I've tried out. The next essential piece that I think everybody should try out at least once to see if it is for them or not is the printed shirt. And whether that's silk or cotton or linen or whatever, the printed shirt itself has always been synonymous with spring and summer dressing. And I'm not talking crazy paisleys. I mean, if you love those, then sure, fine, go ahead. I myself am a floral guy, and if you don't like florals, don't wear florals. You can get medallions, you can get neats, you can get stripes. I mean, all of these look good. There's so many different ways to get a nice printed shirt, and you don't have to spend a fortune on these. One of my favorite things to get from my local thrift and vintage stores is nice printed shirts, because you could get these for $3, $4. The other day, I got myself a 100% silk shirt for literally $5, and I mean, the thing looks like it was worth $2.50 when I got it. And this is just one of my easiest cheat codes for spring and summer dressing. embarrassing because it's just something that's so accessible and it's so cost effective. So yeah guys, if you've never tried a printed shirt or if you've never tried thrifting before, dude, go to the thrift, check it out. You can find amazing things there for super cheap, especially if you're just starting off your fashion journey. Bro, don't go pay full price anywhere. Go to the thrift and see how you feel and throw in some prints and take some risks. I mean, it's just the simplest thing. And the last garment that I want to talk about that everybody should have for spring 2025 is a nice chore jacket or a lightweight denim jacket. And I know this sounds very simple, but let me explain. First off, not every denim jacket is a lightweight denim jacket. Most of them are pretty midweight or sometimes even heavyweight. Usually what you want to look for is anything below 13 ounces for a denim jacket, and you also is a little bit oversized, not too slim on the body, because in the springtime when it comes to garments that are too slim, oftentimes it can make you feel a lot more hot. So that's why I tend to go for lighter weight denim jackets. And one of my favorites for spring denim jackets is TCB jeans, because they have probably the softest denim fabric that I've ever felt in my life. It is a raw denim made in Japan. They're at a reasonable price, and because of the softness and the lighter weight of this fabric, it's just perfect for spring wear and even fall wear as well. They're a great investment, and you can also from time to time catch their chore jacket drops. But if you didn't want a denim chore jacket, you can also get an HBT jacket or a herringbone jacket. Buck Mason used to have a couple. I think they might have some now. You can get vintage ones off of eBay. You can get them at the thrift. You can get some custom made by So Jeans in different fabrics. I think they have some linens even, which would be really nice for a chore jacket. Even Ancre Atelier, which is a brand that manufactures these literally in France with wicked colorful embroideries. These are super lightweight, and they also again break down and fade beautifully. Aside from the printed shirt, the chore jacket itself is just another one of my cheat codes that elevates any style, any type of fit for basically any type of person. But yeah guys, that's it for the spring menswear 2025 essentials. If there's anything that I missed or anything you want to add to the video, definitely drop down in the comments. Y'all have been killing it on the comments lately. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed the 2-video drop that we did this week. Just a little treat for you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. I have a couple of more celebrations coming through. I have some really interesting videos that are gonna pop off quite soon in celebration of this 10K. Let's keep pushing these numbers together. And let me know if there's any topics in menswear and men's fashion or raw denim or heritage style or anything in general that you just want to ask, that you want to see a video on, or any topics that I should cover, and I'd be more than happy to do them. I mean, I love connecting with you guys, and I love shaping this channel with you guys, because at the end of the day, it's not just about me, it's about all of us. And without you guys, I literally would be nothing. So with that being said, thank you guys again, and I'll see you next week.